What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Took a couple of days off, but we are back here in the garage. Actually, we were back in the garage last night because we were doing some work to Leo's car, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys once we get closer to our finished product. You can see all the red on the floor. Over here, you guys can also see our buffing machine with some pads and a lot of red going on. But I'm going to throw a little picture in for you guys, a little teaser. And I hope you guys stick around for that. Right now, I kind of want to work on my CRX. It's kind of been sitting over there for a little bit because I've been taking a break and working on Leo's car. I've been doing other little things around the house. Obviously, cleaning the garage because we had a hunk of a mess kind of just laid out everywhere when we were doing the bodywork and paint on Leo's car. I want to work on my car today because the next step to this car is to boost it. Now the GSR runs, it drives. We did a burnout, it held up, everything seems good, idle, coolant, temp, everything is cherry with the GSR motor. So I'm not really like wanting to test it anymore, other than probably draining the E85 completely out of this, because it is kind of hard to turn the car on when it's not mapped for the E85. But take out the E85, pump 91 into it, and like I said, just make sure this engine turns on every single time without hesitation. So before I even get to doing the turbo kit stuff, these last couple of days I've been just waiting for parts to show up, and kind of been going through my storage to figure out what it is that I'm going to do as far as the turbo kit goes. But I don't think I've really talked about it, but we have a massive power turbo right here that we're going to be using. We're not making a ton of power, so we are retaining the 63 exhaust housing. We do have my log manifold. This right here is a manifold I made for the CRX when I first went all-wheel drive turbo, so I'm going to utilize this to make it my full turbo kit, my full custom turbo kit. So we have my log manifold right here with a wastegate that was provided from CL Motorsports. Thank you, Franklin. Finally putting this thing into good use. And just missing a couple of fittings and stuff, line fee fittings, and you know, just the oiling system for the turbo. Pretty much I'm waiting for all that to come in. Up here we have your eBay special blowout valve. One of my favorite blowout valve is the Tile replica 50 millimeter unit, and this right here sounds freaking awesome, and it is super affordable, super cheap. So I got one of these, and if you guys don't already know, silver there, polish housing, polish wastegate, and underneath the hood here is also going to have a bunch of polished stuff. So just waiting for the rest of the turbo stuff to come in. Sorry I'm talking too much, guys. I don't want to run you guys' day by just me talking. Just waiting for a bunch of the turbo stuff to come in so we can start fabricating the stuff. Now, in part of the turbo kit, we're not going to be keeping the J front on this car. The J front, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm taking the J front off and I'm going to be switching it over to the CRX, and then I'm going to have that car ready for paint soon. And I want to put my USDM front on this car. That means switching out the bumper, switching out the headlights, switching out the hood, so that way we can fit the intercooler to the USDM front and not the J front. Because if you guys don't know, the CRX J front actually sticks out further than the USDM. So if I make it fit this bumper, it probably won't fit the USDM bumper. So today's goal is to pretty much just swap out my front end, find all my pieces, swap out my front end, align it. Oh yeah, I also forgot, just got this package from S1 today, and yesterday I went to go pick up this package right here from Lazy Man Garage and Wormworks. So actually I'm not gonna even wait till the end of the video for this. I'm gonna go ahead and just open these up right now. Wow, I really did leave my room without my razor blade. Got to be very careful opening this right here. Really great packaging from Wormworks. Check out this label. Nothing else inside. So we got some decals right here, some Wormworks decals. Be sure to check out Wormworks on Instagram. I'll link it in the description below. We got a pair of orange and a pair of black. I'm assuming some Halloween theme here, or maybe it's just his favorite color, I don't know. But shout out to Wormworks for this little care package. And inside here we have 1, 2, and 3 t-shirts. Stay tuned. Wormworks with a pretty cool, oh, it's a CRX ED9. That's pretty cool. Right here we have a Lazy Man Garage t-shirt. This one's pretty cool. It's got the EJ1 up in the front, nothing in the back. Also, oh, also another Lazy Man Garage shirt. So I believe one of this is Leo, and I'm gonna check right now. We have a 3XL here, 3XL here, and also a 3XL here. So Definitely Lazy Man Garage is for Leo, even though Leo claims he wears a 2XL. Thank you, Lazy Man Garage. Thank you, Wormworks. Appreciate it. Second package. This right here came from S1 Built. Now, if you guys don't remember when I mentioned, actually I don't even know if I showed it on YouTube, but on Instagram I posted up the day that I got into the car accident. They took me to trauma and they literally cut my entire clothes, my pants, my shirt, my sweater, and my shirt that was cut was the We F Shit Up t-shirt, and the sweater they cut up was my S1 sweater. So I was waiting on S1 to finally get some more in stock, and I ordered some more sweaters because the cold season is coming. So I ordered myself some oh, okay, well there's a little more than I ordered here, but we have a replacement sweater, the OD green S1 all-wheel drive sweater in that color, and I also ordered in black. So big shout out to S1 for some awesome product. And let's see what else is in here. Oh wow, that's a nice little key tag. Got an S1 stainless steel key tag. I'm sure you can definitely find this on their website. Big shout out, thank you for this. We got some decals right here. S1 Built. Oh yeah, this is going to come in super clutch for the giveaway car, because if you guys don't know, S1 sponsored the build, so we're going all-wheel drive in the giveaway car. So this right here is going to come in clutch to represent those who support you, me, us. This is a license plate. I'm going to open this up to show it to you guys as well. Check this out. S1 Built. Don't look for happiness, all-wheel drive it. If you guys want to cop their license plate as well, be sure to check the link in the description below. Now this, I'm curious on what this is right here. Such a nice box, I don't want to mess it up. Oh, opens the other way. Ha! Oh wow. S1 Built stainless steel key holder. You know, I'm going to put this to use because I have a lot of project cars and a lot of keys just kind of dangling everywhere in the garage. Big shout out to S1 Built. Thank you, Mylin. Thank you, San, for the care package. Super unexpected. Truly appreciate it. I'm going to be ordering some S1 stuff here real soon. Some new stuff on my personal cars. So I've never really shown you guys this back portion of the house, and I mean, I got a lot of stuff here, a lot of fenders, drag fenders, wagon fenders, bike stuff, but I'm here to grab this hood right here, one of many freaking hoods. You can see how many hoods I have back here, but this is the original hood that came off the giveaway car. Since we went carbon fiber, I'm going to be using this on the CRX, and I literally just painted this thing a couple months ago. Now I'm going to have to repaint it again. So back here, this is like kind of my other stash of stuff. You know, we got cranks on the floor, a ZC roof cut that I was supposed to eliminate my sunroof that I never did, a bunch of, you know, bunch of goodies. But somewhere in these boxes, I think it's one of these two right here, I have ZC headlights. So I'm going to be throwing on ZC headlights onto the car. I'm going to go ahead and just pull this out real quick. So these headlights right here, guys, are brand spanking new. I bought this a couple of years ago. I saw it on Craigslist for 75 bucks, and I went all the way out to San Francisco to buy it, to realize that they weren't OEM. I mean, makes sense, because these were literally brand new. They are made by TYC 20-1775. I tried looking it up. I can't find these anywhere, but I got myself a pair of them, and I kind of bought these for myself, you know what I mean? But there comes a point in time where I'm going to need it, like right now. So I'm going to be using the ZC headlight, ZC style, EDM style headlights on here, because this car is already wired for the H4 bulb, which is a 3-prong plug. Normally these EF come with 2 plug, 1 high, 1 low, and they both have, you know, a power and ground source to it. So because this is already wired up, I'm going to keep it the same formation of using the same H4 bulbs from, I'm going to have to buy new light bulbs for this, but I'm going to use this on the car as much as I wanted to use on that car. That car is not wired up for it. I'm actually going to be taking the headlights from the CRX to put on the giveaway car, because that has the yellow capsules on the inside to give it the yellow high beam. And because the car is going J-front anyways, it's going to need a conversion to go to the 3-prong plug. So USDM on the giveaway car, JDM on the KRX, EDM on the all-wheel drive car. So now this box right here is my original EDM glass headlights. Forgot to mention, these are also glass, but these are my original EDM headlight that I bought for my wagon when I had a USDM front on that car. These are my trash, but these are my EDM glass headlights, and you can see the difference of how old and aged this is versus the brand new one. Terrible comparison, but I am going to keep the OEM units for myself, and I'm just going to go ahead and just throw this new one on the car. So let's reverse the process. All right, well, I'm glad I cut that web out, because that literally just closed this gap entirely. I guess it was just kind of propping up because it was hitting the web, but now the gap looks about right. So this is as close as I can get it as of right now. The only gap that we have is right here in the center. We're almost flushed in the front just a little bit, the back just a little bit, but this right here we have a, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch gap. So I took off the hood shock right here because it was just kind of bothering me with the gap that it had with the shock on. So I took it off just to see if I can get it to be closer to the fender, and with the web cut in the middle, I can feel the coil pack right there. That's literally the coil pack hitting the web, so that's preventing this from going flat. This is the best I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to have to situate the light bulb tomorrow or something when I go to the store to find the right ones for this headlight. So if you guys don't know, I don't know which one is which, but there's H4 and H4H. So the one on the right, this plastic came off the headlight itself where the light bulb should be sitting, and then this one right here came out of my JDM SIR headlight, which you can see the pattern is the same, but it is a much smaller body on this one than it is to this one. So I don't know which one's H4 or which one's H4H, but I'm going to do my research tonight so I can go and find them tomorrow, and we'll situate the lights then. So I forgot who it was that sent me this little care package. It has an LED flare, some stickers and stuff, AZPO. The sticker right here says AZ part out, so I think it's AZ part out that sent me this, and this comes in clutch because I've actually only had one for the longest time, and now we have a second one for this headlight. So big shout out if it was AZ part out, thank you for that. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. If you remember that you sent that to me, leave a comment down below. Want to give a big shout out to the homie Alejandro. I picked up these bumper because there's two of them. I picked up this bumper from him a couple of weeks ago. I originally went to go buy this one right here, but it didn't have a bumper support, and then he had another one from a parts car that did have a bumper support, but I didn't want to buy this one because it was all gashed up pretty bad right there in the top corner and stuff. And he was like, all right, well, you know what, just take both of them for the price of one. So I'll shout out to you, man. Thank you for the deal. So I just took off the bumper support with some vice grip because you guys know these things gets old and pretty rusty. You can kind of see a little rust right there, but I got the bumper support and the foam off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just transfer this bumper cover over. Make sure there's little screws right here. What in the world is that? Anyways, yeah, this is the cleaner bumper. I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer it over, get it all nice and secured. This is probably going to come back off because we're going to have to modify the bumper support for the intercooler. Hopefully not too much because we're not running a ginormous intercooler on this setup. So I'm just going to go ahead and secure it down and get this thing on the car. All right, guys, so Leo's car is on the driveway and Leo is going to put in some work. I'll talk about it in just a second. So yesterday kind of fell into the night and I was sitting there tweaking the freaking front end of this car. Did some adjustments, didn't know there was a bracket underneath that I could adjust. I did all that and I got the front end looking a little more spiffier than how I did the first time I installed it. So if you guys look, we are really looking good. The headlight is not like leaning anymore. It was leaning before and it bothered me a lot. I got this bumper to kind of almost match the other side. I'm gonna have to adjust I'm gonna adjust this side a little bit more, but aside from that, the bumpers aren't bolted on the sides just yet, but it is looking good. So I think the last thing I'm going to do right now is put on the bumper lamps and the corner lamps, and the reason for that is because I don't know when I'm going to paint the front end, but I at least want to have the lights and stuff on in case I want to drive it out and you know, not get popped for not having corner lamps and stuff, because I don't ride like that. So Leo's car is here on the driveway, and Leo was about to go do his alignment the other day and realized that he has a pretty bad wheel bearing. So if you guys don't remember, we swapped out the wheel bearing like 2 times now. On which side, Leo? Passenger side. Passenger side has been swapped out twice now. And if you guys have seen the video, I told Leo, you know, these cheap wheel bearing will go out eventually, and that's kind of what happened. So Leo was gonna go do his alignment, but I told him don't waste your time because they're gonna tell you to do your wheel bearing anyways, and don't waste your time to do 2 and then do 2 later. Fix it now, do the whole entire thing one time, and call it a day. So right now he's swapping out his spindle, and the reason why he's swapping out his spindle is because this is a great opportunity for him to do a couple of things. One, change his wheel bearing. Maybe get some national bearings or some Koyo or whatever OE spec that the parts store has that we can get right now, and just swap it out. But the thing about swapping the same spindle over and over again, the wheel bearing gonna keep failing over and over again. When you drive on a bad wheel bearing for a long period of time, it kind of like it bores out the hole. So I told Leo, I said, look, we can either go to the junkyard and grab another spindle from the 2 CRXs that we saw there before, or this would be a great opportunity for plan B, which is to upgrade his brake system. So if you guys don't remember the Flip RX CRX, the Flip RX CRX came with DA front and rear, and I took them all off to put the HF stuff back on because these were incomplete, or at least the rear was incomplete. So these are the DA fronts. Somebody swapped out the ball joints already on them. Wheel bearings are good. It has rotors, it has calipers, it does have brake pads too. But over here, shout out to Robert, I have a bunch of brand new DA brake pads. So we'll get to the brake pads when we get to it. Right now, Leo is taking out his spindle so we can swap him over to the DA. And while we're doing that, we're going to install his stainless steel brake line, which is these right here, or actually there's 3 on the car already. This is the last one he needs to put on, and then we'll bleed his brake system so he can have his car ready to rock and roll again. And then hopefully we can knock it out quickly as soon as I drop this camera. He's going to try to call around for his what's that place called?
America Tire Depot. Shout out to Valley Civic.
America Tire Depot, because he has lifetime alignment and what's the other one? Tire. What? Oh, it's just alignment. It has lifetime alignment. So if we can try to locate one here and see if they can do like a same day, we're gonna try to get this car to alignment. So I'm gonna go ahead and help Leo real quick, and then we'll get back to that car just a smidge, and then we'll kind of see where the day goes. So Leo is buttoning up the caliper on that side. I just finished up this side. What we did was we swapped over to the DA. If you guys don't know, the stock DX SI spindle has a 9 point, I believe it's like a 9.3 or 9.2 inch rotor, right? And the DA is a great upgrade, especially if you can't find the sedan EX model, 9091 EX model front knuckles. The DA will work perfectly fine. Now, the only thing about the DA spindle on a stock height car is you have positive camber because of the geometry. Now, if the car is lowered, the geometry wouldn't matter, because you can either correct it with the camber kit, or you can leave it natural and have it naturally camber in. So the DA spindle knuckle setup has a 10.3 inch rotor, so we get an inch more than the DXSI, and obviously bigger caliper, bigger brake pads. And if your setup is correct, like booster, master, prop valve and stuff, this right here will stop on a dime. Now, when you guys use clear lenses, make sure you guys use the correct color bulbs per your state's regulation. Back in my JDM fanboy days, when I used to have everything in the front of my car ambered out. Fun fact, for those who remember my EF sedan, I mean, I know a lot of people who name their cars, like you got your car named CC, right?
Yeah.
The name of my sedan was Amber.
Oh.
And there's a crazy story behind why the car name became Amber. And it involved a very, very big bone chick. But we're just gonna leave the story as the reason why I call my car Amber is because the whole entire front of my car was literally freaking ambered out. If I can find a picture, I'll insert it.
Oh boy.
Okay, not shabby. Gucci. Okay, not too shabby. So Leo just finished up this brake line right here. Now his car has stainless steel brake lines in all corners. So Leo's doing the brake pads right now. And I went through my box, found a couple of DA pads, and 2 of them are the eBay special Z16 ceramic pads. I remember Robert telling me that he bought these kits to use the rotor but not the pads, even though these pads are all right. But I also have this one right here, Power Stop Evolution Sport Carbon Fiber Plus Ceramic Performance Pad. Now, because we're already doing this and I don't think I'm gonna need any of these stuff anytime soon, I say go ahead, Leo, just use the carbon fiber one. I mean, it sounds cool. It sounds like it's a lot better than whatever that is. It says on the brake pad itself, or the label, it says Z23. Z23 is bigger than Z16, so I figured it's better, right? Logically. Whatever. So Leo's putting on the new brake pads right now with the new brackets for the pads itself to the caliper. And once he buttons all that up, we'll bleed it out and get this car back on the floor and still try to see if we can make it to the alignment today. I'm not sure if it'll make it, but we'll try. So I just got back from O'Reilly's, and they have some H4 bulbs, so I picked up a pair because I need a pair. I brought this plug that was inside the headlight to make sure it was the right size, and it seems to be the right size. So I'm gonna get these installed, see how they look. I was trying to go for a cheaper one, but I didn't see what they had, so I got the extra vision. This is like the next step up. $34.99, not too shabby. Yes, sir. High beam. Yes, sir. Nice and yellow. So we're kind of deep into the night again. Marcus and Alicia showed up today, and we were kind of just chilling and kind of just, you know, hanging out. And they just took off home. We have a show tomorrow that we're gonna attend that Alicia's car is in, and it's a pretty big show. It happens every single year. If you guys don't know, Week Fest San Jose is happening tomorrow. We're gonna be out there. I'm gonna try to vlog it. But we just got Leo's car done, back on the ground, and we took it for a drive and noticed that the car was fighting all kinds of crazy. So we did upgrade to the DA spindles, and the geometry of the spindles itself is different. So we didn't make it to the alignment rack today because they closed early. So we're gonna have to do some eyeball alignment as of right now, so Leo could at least drive this car without it, you know, wanting to steer a different direction. So if you look, the steering wheel is straight inside the car, and I made sure of it. Moved it up and down the driveway a couple of times to make sure it's rolling straight up and the steering wheel straight. But if you can see, I don't know if you can or cannot, but it is towed in pretty bad on this side, and it is towed in pretty bad on this side. So we're just doing a basic string eyeball alignment right now, just to get the front to be towed out a little bit, so that way the car can drive a little straighter until he can get to the alignment rack. I've done this plenty of times before. It has always worked out, and just a temporary thing, not something you want to drive longevity wise. But we're just trying to get this thing straightened out, so like I said, we can, you know, so Leo can drive this car to home and work and stuff like that. So what he's gonna do is, good thing is he don't have this little kick panel down there. What he's gonna do is gonna go underneath, break that lock nut loose on the tie rod, and turn it until both tires touch the string. Now it might be the improper way to do it, but it's gonna be a lot better than what it is currently. All right guys, so we got Leo's car to tow out a little bit, and the car actually drives really nicely. I mean, the highest I took it was probably about 20 miles an hour, which, you know, isn't enough to really know if the alignment's like really bad or not. But he is gonna go home in a minute, and he's gonna tell me how the car feels at higher RPM, higher mile an hour. But if you guys look, it's not towed in all crazy anymore. And the thing I noticed is that we are maxed out on the tow out, so we can't even adjust it anymore. It is locked into place, and that is that. So I'm not sure if he has the correct outer tie rods, but he did change it when he was out in SoCal. So I don't know if we're in spec or out of spec. The only way we'll know is to get it to the alignment rack. So right now it's good enough to drive, and Leo's car is pretty much done. What I've wanted to do with my car these last couple of days was to swap out the J front for the USDM front, and I did just that. Now I did kind of fight with the alignment a little bit. The hood came from a wrecked car. I don't know if this car was wrecked in the front. It looked like it was all original in the front, but regardless, after tweaking for, I'll probably say a total of half a day now, I finally got the front end to look as good as I can get it to look, and I'm overall content with it. So we got the front end put onto the all-wheel drive CRX, and now that we have the USDM front bumper on, we can probably step into the turbo kit, because I needed the bumper on so I can know where to mount the intercooler and all that stuff. And I kind of gave you guys a little look on some of the turbo stuff already, but if you guys want to see more thorough like turbo installation and what all we're going to do for this car, be sure to stick around for the videos to come. But as far as this video goes, we're going to end it right here. We made a lot of progress, and we're just one step closer to hitting our goals. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around for the turbo stuff, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.